What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Dragon Blaze video. It's been a while. Hope everybody's doing well. We have lots of things to talk about. First up, with your events, we have Hero Gallery Challenge event, your mining event, your special attendance event, your puzzle event, your treasure event, which is really awesome. You can click on there and go into your adventure dungeon map. You can find her on there. She gives you really cool missions. I've done several of those. Your calorie and raid event, do not miss out. More updates on that in a second. Your Zodiac, your Encourage, your Caledon, make sure you're doing Caledon as well. Your login event, your jackpot event, you'll probably do later. You still need to get coins, and your star marble event. So all these events is going to give you tons and tons of resources, guys. Don't miss out. I'm waiting for my tickets to come back now. I finally got all purple gear. I'm just missing the Hellfire staff so I can have my full set, my full gear sets here. So that's kind of what we're waiting on. But yes, this is the best time to be playing, being active, tons of events, tons of resources, guys. It is pretty crazy right now. We're going to go back to the investment series. We're going to do mages, and we're going to jump right into it. So we're going to start off with Gaia here. I've been using her for a long time. She's actually a pretty powerful mage versus her predecessor, which is her first form, which is even more powerful until they nerfed it from the third impact that came out. So all cool there, but let's get into it. She's a mage DPS, and let's see what she can do. So we have attack. Attacks one enemy, increase received magic damage upon normal attack 7th phase, which is quite powerful. So 7th phase is a decent buff there. Also to increase received magic damage. That's pretty nice. She's auto-attacking. She's going to allow it to hurt a lot more. First ability, it says type, says inflicts 2,640% skill damage on one enemy. Cooldown 19.3 seconds. Let's see why. Specialty says increase NIT by 53%, magic attack by 211%, and skill attack by the same percentage I just said, 7th phase, 5 stacks. So that's pretty powerful. NIT is your main stat. So the fact that she increases the main stat, magic attack, and your skill attack, which is quite powerful, kind of like all in one go. She's going to do a lot of damage over time for sure, as long as she stays alive. So that's pretty awesome, actually. Secondly, it says type. It says inflicts 2,888 skill damage on one enemy. Cooldown 13.8 seconds. Let's see why. It says specialty casts luminous breath on self, 7th phase for 8 seconds. The first effect is increase NIT by 53%. That's pretty awesome, actually. Increasing the main stats is going to do a lot. The second effect says inflicts 2,888% skill damage on one enemy upon normal attacks, which is pretty nice. It's not too bad. And then the third effect is inflicts the same amount, the same additional skill damage on one enemy upon normal attacks, only for bosses. So I guess that's like a double attack or something. Not too sure about that, but that can be pretty interesting when I see that about bosses. And then we have the signature skill. Upon charging 100% signature energy, it says inflicts 14,400% skill damage on one enemy. That's quite a lot. And then it says cast source of life on one enemy. Let's see what that does. And then it says, well, we'll look at that here in a second. That's probably hidden in her ability, so we'll check out that in a second. And this is specialty 3. It says increase magic attack by 461%, skill attack by the same percentage on all allies 7th phase, 5 stacks. So that's going to be very useful, allowing her to do that. Every time I do a video, I always have the notifications pop up. That's going to be very useful. But let's see what the additional stuff is. So we're going to kind of go through to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay. So her signature says source of life. It says increase received magic damage by 288%, 7th phase, 5 stacks for 34.5 seconds. That's a lot. And then a source of life effect 2, when attacking enemies, inflicts 7,200 damage additionally per source of life. So I'm guessing it stacks, which allows you to cause a lot of damage, which would be understandable why the cooldown is so high. Like 34.5 seconds is a long time, but if it's how I'm explaining it, did not make perfect sense because that's actually quite powerful. Let's go to her passive skills though. It says conditional special skill. Upon entering the battlefield, specialty 1 increases NIT by 19% for all allies 7th phase, 5 stacks. So you definitely want her around the mage team because that's actually very important. NIT is your main stat. Quite powerful as soon as she enters. That's pretty silly. Specialty 2, it says increase attack speed by 15% for all allies 7th phase for 55 seconds. That's actually not bad, actually. I like what she does. And then we're going to go to her second passive. Personal passive, increase NIT by 38%. Ally Aura 1, increase magic attack by 58%. Ally Aura 2, increase NIT by 14%. 14 additional increase for each ally mage. Let's keep that in mind here. You want her between an all mage team because she is all about powering everybody up, their main stats, attack speed, damage, everything, skill. She is all about, for the mages, she is all about it. So you definitely want her in an all mage team. She is going to do works for the team. And then this is your passive goal of. It says personal passive, increase magic attack by 288%, an additional increase by 288 per ally mage. Let's keep that in mind here. She's going to let your mages hit really hard, including herself, so definitely want her in the mage team. And it says ally aura, increase magical attack by 150%, additional increase by 150% per ally mage. I'm telling you, glorious dragon of life, goodness. So silly. Enemy aura, increase received magic damage by 29%, and additional increase by 29% per mage, per ally mage. Wow, this is quite silly. Specialty 1, upon using Feather of the Creation and Luminous Breath, cast one source of life on one enemy. Specialty, okay. That's actually pretty powerful too. All those together is actually quite silly, to be honest. She's definitely going to put in some work with the all mage team. I mean, she's all about powering up the mages and putting in that work. So if you like mages and you have a mage team, this is the one for you. And then it says specialty 2, upon normal attack, inflicts 5,760% additional skill damage on one enemy. Then you have your third impact force. You can read that. This is where she is right now. So my single attack is by 446%. My magic attack for all allies is 187%, and then obviously my golem boss damage is 280%. And then we have Pierce here. It says Infinity Passive, which is pretty long. Personal Passive, increase magic attack by 765%, ranged attack by 381%, and additional boss damage by 215%, which is a lot. Specialty 1, upon using Feather of Creation, inflicts 2,640% skill damage on one enemy, only for bosses, which is not bad. We do need boss damage. It says specialty 2, upon using Source of Life, inflicts 14,400 additional skill damage on one enemy, only for bosses. So again, that's actually very important still because you need a powerful team to take down bosses. I mean, it's understandable. That's how you power them up anyway. So that's actually not bad. I like that. And then we have Golden Passive. Personal Passive, increase magic attack by 1,012%. Ally Aura, increase range attack by 269%. Additional boss damage by 149%. And skill attack by 452%. Which is really awesome. That's not bad. Specialty 1, upon using Luminous Breath, increase magic attack by 154% for all allies. 7th phase, 5 stacks. Keep that in mind. That's going to be very helpful. Like mage team all day. Just so awesome. Specialty 2, upon using Creation Link, increase NIT by 38% for all allies. 7th phase, 55 seconds. So you see, I have I believe this is double S right here. Yeah, double S, and then we have our gold and our purple. What do I think about her? She's phenomenal. She's gonna do a lot of work, definitely for your team for sure. So I definitely highly recommend you making her and investing into her if you want her to be specifically in the mage team. I still have a lot of powering up for her to do as well. I'm not investing too much into her because I'm not really a mage person, but mage team is always needed. All your allies is needed in some way, form, or fashion, but you definitely want to be investing in her. She's definitely quite powerful for sure. Keep in mind, make sure that you are doing all your events. Keep in mind that this is the best time to be on. There's a ton of events that are out right now, so I highly recommend you get on and play and be active. Like, all the events you want are right now. The only thing will make this like section of events just over the top is having your story flower event. Then it would just be incredible because all these events are going to give you so many resources. I mean, all of them will. All of them. Every last one is going to give you a resource right now. There's definitely the time to be jumping on and playing and staying active. And yes, this is the beginning of the mage series. Kicking off with the bang, gaia is definitely very strong. She's going to make your team very strong. No matter how little the percentages are or high, the fact that you can just have her as a buffer and then she'll just do damage in the back line and have your main mages just go to work is quite incredible. So definitely love the fact that she does all that. I have a little bit of time, so I'm kind of just doing bosses real quick because I wanted to do them earlier, but it wouldn't let me because of how the merge is. It kind of resets things and not have you be able to do everything. So I had to wait to do the guild boss and the world boss, unfortunately. But make sure you're doing your puzzle event. That gives you the most resources out of all the events currently that's happening right now, for sure. Your Star Marble event gives you a whole bunch. Your Caledon gives you a lot as well, especially for gold souls. Make sure you're doing your treasure event. You get a lot of cool stuff from that as well. Just be active in all your events, guys. This is that time where you really don't want to miss out on events right now. It's just too good right now to miss out on events right now. So keep in mind that you are doing that. It is very most important that you are sticking tuned and doing your events and not missing out on anything, especially your galaxy events. Also very active right now too, so you really don't want to miss out on that. But anyways, guys, until next time, I'm always thankful that you come by, check out the videos. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will most definitely see you for the next one.